to do jazz boxes. Okay, so a jazz box's name really doesn't help at all to know what it is. In fact, it's kind of confusing. All right, so the word jazz box, some people call it a jazz box, most people call it a jazz box. Some people call it a jazz square. Some people call it a jazz triangle. I like the word jazz triangle. I don't use it because other people don't use it, but it's kind of the best way to think of it because we're going to be building the shape of a triangle with 4 steps. So the first thing that should come to your mind when you hear the word jazz box, you should picture a triangle, okay? But right there, immediately with that thought, your next first thought should be cross step. Every jazz box starts with a cross step. And if you don't picture this little triangle and think cross step immediately, you're gonna miss it, okay? So you picture your triangle and you think my first move is cross step. Every jazz box is made up of 4 steps. That first one is the cross step. Take your triangle, you're gonna envision it down here, okay? This point is sticking up ahead of my feet, okay? You've got 4 steps. We're gonna step on it with our 4 steps. The first one's gonna step on the top, okay, the point. The next step's gonna step on the bottom outer corner. The next is gonna step on the inner corner. And the last one is gonna step here together. It's like it's closing the triangle up. Okay, so it's 4 steps, the top, the corner, and then together into this same corner. So here it is, you just heard the word jazz, jazz box, and you're thinking, oh, cross step and triangle. First step is that cross step up to the point. Notice it's a little bit forward, this step, right? Whenever we step across, we're also stepping a little bit forward. The next step, we're stepping down to that outer corner, okay? And then the inner corner, and then we're stepping together. It's a step. Make sure you put your full weight on it. Beginners mess up here all the time. Get your full weight on that last one too, okay? So here it is again, 4 steps. To the top of the triangle, the bottom corner, the inner corner, together, right? Cross to the point, to the corner, together. Cross to the corner, together. Okay, I'm making this big so it's like really obvious to you what the pattern is. Okay, but you don't have to make it so big. Okay, cross in a little bit to the front, to the outer corner, to the inner corner, together. 4 steps. Step, 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 step. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4 with the count. If we do 2 in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The real name of that jazz box we just did is really, the full name I should say, is a right jazz box because we're starting with our right foot. Okay, we're going to the left, but that's not how we name the moves. Okay, we name them by the foot that starts. Okay, so a right jazz box starts with your right foot. We cross to the point, to the corner, together. Okay, why I'm telling you this is because we're going to do a left jazz box now. These are rarely ever used. Okay, but I'm going to show you because I think you have the concept now of the shape that we're making. All right, and we'll just make it over the left so that you get that it applies in that direction too. Okay, so if someone says a left jazz box, again, you're quickly picturing your triangle. You're thinking cross step, because you got to think that, right? Starting with a cross step. Here's your triangles on this side now, because we're starting with our left foot, because it's a left jazz box, right? Our left foot's free. We step up to the top of the triangle, to the outer corner, to the inner corner, and then together. Each one's a step, right? Put your weight on each. To the top, outer corner, inner corner, together, right? To the point, corner, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Step, 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 step. Put our weight, put our weight, put our weight, put our weight. Okay? So that's a left jazz box because it starts with our left foot. We rarely use it. So if you have it hard time with it, don't worry about it. You don't have to practice a lot. Do practice that right one. It should come immediately to you. And jazz boxes are moves that beginners have a hard time with, so know it well, okay? Jazz box, cross step is your first thought. Cross to the corner, together. Learn that one well. You'll be glad you did. We also have turning jazz boxes. So a turning jazz box, we make almost identical to how we make a regular jazz box, but like with our grapevines, we're going to use the third step to turn us, okay? Most typically, again, when we do our jazz box, we're doing ones that start with our right foot, right? They're called right jazz boxes because they start with our right foot. When we do a right jazz box, we're going to end up turning a quarter right. Okay, we're not going to start off, we're going to start off going to the left, so don't let that confuse you. But when we do our regular right jazz boxes, which we'll be doing 99% of the time, we rarely do the left ones, they're going to turn a quarter right. So when you think turning jazz box, think turn right. Okay? First two steps exactly the same as a regular one. We step across to the top of the triangle, we step down to the bottom left corner. Instead of just coming to the side here like we usually would, we're going to come to the side, but we're going to turn a quarter to the right when we do. Okay, that's where we made our turn. It's the only different step. Now we're going to step together. Okay, so again, it's 4 steps. The first 2 are exactly like a regular jazz box. Cross to the point, step on the outer corner, then turn to the right, and then step together. Okay, so here we go. Cross to the point, to the corner, then turn right, then step together, making sure you put your full weight on that foot, right? 4 steps, get your weight on each. Step, 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 step. With a count, it's 1, 2, turn on 3, together on 4. Okay? If we did a left one, when we do a left one, meaning it starts with our left foot, we're going to turn left on the third one. Again, these are so rare, so don't kill yourself to practice these if you're practicing. It's going to turn on the third one. Our first step's always that cross step. Our next is to the corner. Since this is a left jazz box, we're going to turn quarter left on the third move and step together, putting your weight on that 4th one. Okay, so that one again, first moves are the same. To the top of the triangle, to the corner, we turn on the third, and we come together on the 4th. Okay, with a count. 1, 2, turn on 3, together on 4. Okay, jazz boxes, they can be tricky for beginners. So if you're feeling like that's tricky, practice them, they're worth it, they come up a ton.